fuck up. Sorry ass motherfucker, stay away from me. State of the Union, shut the fuck up. Sorry ass motherfucker, stay away from me.
Hey, well, whoops. Welcome to another episode of Monday Night Football, live from Kansas City, Missouri. I'm Joe Montana, and you should buy some Skechers as soon as Mervin's opens. We'll be right back, suckers.
Motherfucker said ice cream, yo. He's like, Mary Jane, you get some ice cream.
Resist with a close fist. It's time to resist. Resist, I insist, or your freedom will be missed. Ask yourself, why the world government on everybody's shit list? It's because you know we've been dissed, and we got a right to be pissed. I don't swing to the right or left. I ride with God because I'm blessed.
Yo, let's just do it and get right to it. Welcome to another episode of Coffee and Bong Hits with Jessie. Today we got absolutely invisible water. Obviously, it's invisible. You can see the field through it. And, man, I just smoked a fat-ass blunt. That's what they do in Kansas City. They smoke a lot of blunts. When I lived here in Kansas City, I was like this. Welcome to Coffee and Bong Hits. Oh, seriously, though, it's awesome to be back here in Kansas City. I love Kansas City. It feels like my third home, behind Hawaii and anywhere else besides Portland. We're halfway through our road trip across the country to commemorate Dr. Martin Luther King's 57th March on the Lincoln Memorial. I'm going to go there and throw my eyeballs on it because holy shit, I cannot trust anybody else on this whole planet, especially after the whole city just lied last week to each other and I watched it. Oh, this world is too crazy for me, man. Actually, it's just perfectly crazy for me if I was the only person that I cared about, but I care about other people, right? So, oh shit, put this graphic back up. Boom, there's the magic. If I cared about only myself, that would be great. But let me tell you this, man. A person who cares about self-preservation the most might live a long life, but their eternity will be short. They'll be forgotten about soon. A person who lives for others will always live as a legend, right? First you're a dude, then you're a hero, then you're a legend, then you're a myth. I don't know how it goes. Or you could just stay around and be safe. But we're all going to die anyways. You might as well be eaten by a shark or a cougar or die for something bigger than yourself, right? And if you're going to die for something bigger than yourself, then it makes sense to live for something bigger than yourself, right? Let your life be part of the greater good, man. Give up what you got. Yo, who's with us this morning, man? Jimbo Gower's in the house. You know what? Now would be a great time to remind you, suckers, that this show, as always, is brought to you by... Hey, yo, it's Jesse Sponberg. I'm rocking with the movement. You can, too. Every Sunday night, 10 p.m. only on KBOO, KBOO 90.7. And as always, brought to you by our friends at standupandfightback.bigcartel.com. Wait till you guys see how much Stand Up Fight Back gear is going to be in Washington, D.C. when we get there this weekend. Look, I just show up. I'm just a white dude in the white T-shirt with some Crocs and some swimming trunks. So don't threaten me, Judge. I ain't did nothing, nobody. Anyways, back to the point I was making, man. Live for others. Live for something bigger than yourself. There's a lot of selfish people in this world, man. But if you really want power, you can't exist in a vacuum. If you really want a happy life, if you really want to be able to manifest whatever you're looking for out of this world, then that energy needs to come from greater than you, right? Not only does your capacity need to be at a full 100, not only do you have to have like maximum capacity to be able to pull off dope shit like chasing T-Rexes and such, but you're going to need a little help. So let me tell you a secret, man. When you leave a building, after you have an exchange with a store worker, a waitress, a hotel clerk, a bus driver, a theater employee. After you have that, there's three things that person can do. They can shoot you in the back with a heart, they can shoot you in the back with an arrow, or they can be indifferent to your existence. Man, I think I have an intelligent enough audience that I don't need to tell you how to get shot in the back with a heart. And it doesn't have anything to do with Bon Jovi, so don't even try to get that stuck in your head. But if you do, go ahead and tweet at us at Ozone 2016. Also, if you're watching on Twitter, that would be dope. Yo, what's up, Erica? What's up, Clarence? Congratulations, Clarence, on your nuptials and your beautiful new family. That's wonderful. Jesse Blackwood, my dude, resist. Yo, shout out to you for the way you handled your uncle's situation. I know that was hard, bro. I see everything that happens. Don't think I missed it just because I didn't high five you in real life. What else we got going on? Ah, shit, it's Anna looking like a secret agent in her profile pic. Good morning, sis. Oh, my man, Big O with the yo. What else we got cracking? Clarence. We got, somebody on Facebook just wrote, yay. Check this out, Facebook user. If you go back to where you found this, click that link to StreamYard, and then just type in your name and it'll let your picture show up, and then we know who you are. Bosch, good guess. This is Arrowhead Stadium. I was lucky enough while I was in Kansas City to make some connections with some people to make a dream like this happen. You would never believe it. You would probably think that, man, you can't believe anything you see on TV these days. Man, I would love to be eaten by an anteater too. And just because we are not taking a bong hit because we're respecting the rules of the studio and the radio station, it's enough that I'm getting away without wearing my mask on my show. So we're not trying to take bong hits. Good morning, Facebook user. Good morning, Las Vegas. I see you. Good morning, Miss Osborne Kramer. Flavor Flav quotes are always good. That is the Chief Stadium. Good work. Or being a T-Rex. Yes. My man Clarence. Tyler Maxwell, probably one of the longest relationships I have on this whole planet that's not related. Oh, shit. What's up, Sonder? Go fix that so we can see your shit. I would love to have you on my show more, man. Good morning, Fenda. What time is it? I remember Belico used to tell me, why don't you just pre-record your show? And I was like, you underestimate how much my friends like hearing their names said. I know I love that shit. When I was growing up, I watched New Jack City, man. And when Nino Brown walked into that club and Flavor Flav was like, Nino Brown, I was like, yo, if people don't do that for me when I go places, I am not going to those places, right? So like I said, it's a beautiful day here at Arrowhead Field, where they just passed a new rule that you're not allowed to wear headdresses anymore, which has the white people all upset, because I'm sure that being culturally offensive is part of your culture. So now you need to protect that. Yo, man, Birdie knows we got the same plugs. Don't play me, son. I see you. Hey, make sure you check out the Beat Basement. Make sure you check out the Super Fighting Smash Your Ass show with Gabe and Birdie. And make sure you check out the new show about shoes. And I swear to God, Gabe is more enthusiastic about it than he conveys over the air. He's got that quiet passion, that Bruce Banner shit. Hey, Alan, what's good, buddy? Yes, Fenda, you got it. Okay, look, man, let me just tell you guys real quick, even though I'm not going to take a bong here right now, I need to remind you that this show, as always, is brought to you by Anteaters. Hey, kids, do you need an environmentally friendly, eco-sound pest remediation solution that you can also hug? Well, try an Anteater. Anteaters are the sure shot solution for fleas, ticks, termites, roaches, beetles, ants, and centipedes. And I know you're thinking, but Jesse, what if it's a giant centipede? Bah, get a giant anteater, stupid ass. All right, back to where we were. All right, look, we're gonna go into it now, man. This world's crazy. I gave you 10 minutes of update, and then we gotta go into it, man. What happened in Kenosha last night was crazy. Me and the engineer, we were driving. We're watching different videos. We're watching different cities, and then we got the tweet that CJ and Andrew Mercado were on the scene of some shootings. We missed it live, but we immediately went back and watched the videos of what happened. It's only August, yo. It's only effing August. Man, and I know you're asking, Jessie, what's the antidote? And I don't know what the antidote is, but I'll tell you what the opposite of antidote is. I'll tell you what the dote is. The dote is that Republican convention that I watched last night or listened to. I watched it in my imagination and listened to it with my human ears on your earthly frequencies. So there's just abominations all around us. Avalanches never take U-turns and roll back uphill. So we're going to get into the news. But I want to remind you that this trip and everything we do from this point on in the show is brought to you by Fuck 12 News. Blam. I don't know where that stopped us at the end of that commercial, but firster, liveler, localer. I'm your host, Wolf Blitzerer. Whatever Wolf Blitzer is, man, I am way more than that shit. And we're going to be live on the scene in Washington, D.C. starting on Thursday. And for everybody that signed up to get the bonus coverage and the exclusive content, oh shit, Sean Davis, man, we might be able to work out a sponsorship, Sean. We might not need to charge you for a giant anteater. We might just be able to get you one just for your endorsement. Hi, I'm Sean Davis, 2-time Purple Heart winner. I love a giant anteater. They'd be like, oh, great. Oh, shit, Michael J. Fox is in here. I mean, Michael W. Fox, not Michael J. Fox. I knew the show was getting shaky, but not that shaky. But Michael Fox is in the house. Michael Fox has got shot through his pants. Holy shit, I got to tell you guys about that. Man, Ashanti, I know a guy. The same guy that got me these field level opportunities to do. Because, you know, nobody's in here right now. It's a complete empty stadium. There was a couple seagulls earlier. I thought they were Seahawk players because they're eating garbage. And then I realized the garbage was actually the Seahawk players being eaten by a seagull. I was like, holy shit. And why don't I have my laugh track? You know, I have a laugh track just for this. Hold on. I mean, a studio audience for just such an occasion. Hold on, man. I'm slipping. I'm slacking on my motherfucking macking. Sorry, church kids. I didn't mean to slur the MF word. Yo, man, what? A mere flesh wound. How do you get shot in the leg and just call it a mere flesh wound? Man, if I got shot in the leg, I would invent a new talk show called I Got Shot in the Leg, comma. And then every day I would just have new shit. Sorry, I thought I saw another Seahawk player. It was just a pop cup blowing in the wind. Man, it's hot in Kansas City, yo. I don't know if you can see. Sun's beating down on my baseball cap that I forgot to wear, so it's hit me right in the face. Remember, kids, if you want to look like David Hasselhoff when you're 13, go out in the sun because that shit will kill you. You got to have some sunblock on these days, man. Shit. You want to look like Pamela Anderson so you can have Borat chasing you around? That's what you really want in your life, right? Borat, right? Man. Thank you, late arriving crowd, right? Freaking Borat jokes. You guys love Borat jokes, right? More Borat jokes. That's what everybody always wants on their show. More Borat jokes. If it's up to me, I just start a new show just telling about stories that happened to me while I was telling stories that happened in the Borat movie. Like one time I was telling these people about the Borat, and I turned around and there was Mike Tyson. They're like, you never met Mike Tyson. I'm like, Man, this barbershop seems familiar. All right, look, remember when we get to this point in the show, it's time for me to tell you that not all news is the same and that my news and your news could be vastly different, but they might be similar. So we're going to give it a try and see what happens. So now it's time for the part of the show we call My News, Not Your News. Brought to you by Fuck 12 News, Firster, Liveler, Localer. I'm Wolf Blitzer. Okay, let's run down the rundown for you guys. You can see it on your screen, I hope. A headline from The Verge. I'm not familiar with The Verge, but the headline from The Verge says, Facebook takes down call to arms event after two-shot dead in Kenosha. Hey, Facebook. That's like putting a turd back up your ass after your toilet's overflowed. People are dead right now. And I don't know where that came from. Sorry to any church groups that are paying attention to the show. Top headline from CNN says 2 people are dead and a 3rd injured in an overnight shooting in Kenosha. It was crazy, but let me remind you guys who did it. Who always does it, man? Who always does it? Who? I give you 3 guesses, no stresses. It's always some fucking mark-ass white dude that is not getting laid, not because he's dorky looking or because he wears fucking job interview socks with red, white, and blue flip-flops. It's because they're terrorist people, man. That's why terrible people, terrible and terrorist people. You're terriblists. And it's your personality, man. Man, I'm going to turn off the news and I'm going to tell you something, man. Look, you're not getting laid because you're unattractive, because a lot of unattractive people don't get laid. You're not getting laid because you don't have a nice car, because I drive a Trooper, player. You're not getting laid because you have interests that are eclectic. You're not getting laid because you're a fucking dickhead, man, and you're a coward and you don't have no fucking heart. And that's why you have a fucking gun, because if your family was ever confronted by a raccoon, you wouldn't be able to save them. If you and your family were in the raccoon and a raccoon just came up and started talking to your wife, what would you do? What would you do? You would sit there like Jerry Falwell Jr. probably. All right, let's get back to the news. Man, these mark-ass nerds piss me off so much, man. A nobody that's going to be a blip on the fucking urethra of history, man. You ever imagine somebody just has a weird mole right on the end where their pee hole is and it just shoots in all kinds of directions? That's all you're going to be. Just a minor inconvenience on the radar of life. You inconsiderate, self-centered, self-preservation-oriented, myopic piece of shit. Continuing with the news, I'm Wolf Blitzer. Editorial, I'm also Spawn Burgundy. Editorial, Jacob Blake's shooting in Kenosha should prompt the legislature to act. Let me tell you something, man. What they did to that boy, what they did to that young man, what they did to that person. I know people don't like to be called boys, but when I think of somebody being murdered before their time, yeah, the church kids are gonna take one on the chin today, Vince. I don't know what to F them tell them. Hey, Jesus didn't die for your sins either. Sorry, guys. I figured a while it's all out. Yo, the Little Mermaid is real though. I seen her at Disneyland. G, she is beautiful. Okay, let's get back in the mix. It's hard to tell jokes, man, while shit's crazy. Look, we don't need to rehash everything that's crazy, but we need to remind people that if you cross a state line, and I think even cross a body of water with your gun to go to a contentious place, you are not allowed to claim self-defense. It reminds me of the protesters. They're like, fuck the police, fuck the police. Then they get punched in the mouth and they're like, hey, what Why aren't the police coming to help me? You can't wear Crocs and sneakers on the same foot, player. You got to choose which one you want to be. You want to be Croc guy or you want to be comfortable long walk guy. All right, look, Hurricane Laura forecast to bring unsurvivable storm surge to Texas-Louisiana border as a Category 4. That's the top story on CNBC. Also, Hurricane Laura expected to strengthen into a Category 4. Catastrophic strike ahead near Louisiana and Texas border. That's from the Weather Channel. Man, I don't want nothing to do with it, man. I don't want nothing to do with it. Can we just tell more Borat jokes? Hey, shout out to all the people who are trying their hardest. Oh, man, what happened yesterday, Vince? I heard that the police or somebody left the front door of City Hall open last night. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I didn't do that right. I'm supposed to go, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Yes, oh, my God. Let me find my screen again. All right, let's just keep going through the top stories real quick in case there's something else we missed. Yo, did y'all catch Melania Trump's speech last night? That was a pretty dope speech, man. They say she wrote it. If she wrote that shit, she is 10 times smarter than the president, man. She read it like she wrote it, though. She, what I heard last night from an unreputable news source, which is any news source that's not coming from Fight Church Media, I heard that she wouldn't run it by the White House. She wouldn't let the West Wing look at her speech before she dropped it. And she said some pretty cool shit. You know, you got to figure, man, Melania told the story of how all she ever wanted to do was come to the United States. And so she set in motion a plan. Man, if your plan is to kiss Donald Trump on the mouth, oh, God, that's a horrible, horrible plan. There's got to be a better plan. There's 7 billion other people on the planet. You're going to kiss Donald Trump on the mouth. Hillary Clinton says Joe Biden should not concede on election night under any circumstances. Joe Biden sniffed her. Oh my gosh, I forgot Nicholas Sandman gave a speech. I didn't hear it. Yo, shout out to my man Sam Lingle. I know that Nicholas Sandman getting to give a speech at the RNC is like somebody from your hometown getting his first cracks at the major leagues. Like, we always believed in you, kid. We knew that wearing that MAGA hat was going to pay off someday. Whoa, look at this headline for the New York Times. California fires. Want to control blazes? Start more, experts say. Oh, shit. Santa Cruz County posts damage map with homes destroyed. Yo, shout out to Santa Cruz. And I'm going to take this time to tell you guys a story. So it's a story that gets told to me because I'll humbly tell you the truth. I was blackout drunk. So I don't know if you guys have ever been to Santa Cruz, California, but it's where Lost Boys was filmed. It's that carnival amusement park stuff right there on the beach, and then they have the long pier. And if you walk out all the way onto the long pier, there's little shops and bars, and you can look out over the side because now you're far enough out over the ocean that you can see like fish swimming and sea lions swimming, and the sea lions all pile up on the little docks underneath the pier. Well, let me tell you this. When I'm sober, I really, really have to fight the urge to jump off that pier and go rub some sea lions' bellies. And the only reason I do is because people say, Jessie, you will die. And then when I start drinking, then I really have to convince myself that I shouldn't do it. And the only reason I don't is because people say, Jessie, you will die. But when I'm blackout drunk, I'm pretty sure they said, Jessie, why not try? And so what I did was I jumped off the pier. I dove into the ocean in Santa Cruz. I probably didn't dive like, that was like to make you think I like dove. No, I just like, right? Oh, thanks for this seat. One of the nice security guards here at Arrowhead Stadium gave that to me. I appreciate that. I was complaining about the Seagulls. I was like, they're eating the Seahawks players. And so they rushed them off the field. That was pretty dope. I would still like to know, though, what you guys are smoking on while I finish telling you this story. Okay, so I jumped in the water with the sea lions, and I don't know this story because I was blacked out drunk, but it's been told to me by many other people. And apparently the cops showed up, but the cops just waited on the beach for me to get done playing with the sea lions, who obviously didn't kill me because I'm Crocwoman and I speak to the animals of the sea and all the creatures and the crustaceans. And so the cops waited until I got back to the shore, gave me what I assume was a stern talking to, and then sent me back to my hotel room, which is crazy. Yes, tell me what you're smoking on, please. Here, let me put up the banner. It says, what are you smoking on? There we go. What are you smoking on? Sorry. Okay, look, I don't got a bunch of answers. So to finish that story real quick, so I ran into my buddy Dan the other day, who I haven't seen since Santa Cruz, right? And he was with me that day along with some other people. And guess what the first thing he tells me after me not seeing him in 5 years? Guess what he tells me? Hey, I got pictures of you. I got pictures of you swimming in the ocean with the sea lions on my old phone. It's at my house. I'll show you next time I see you. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that super, super crazy? I really did that shit, man. I'm really about this life, man. For those of you who might think I'm just selling it or whatever, like selling what? Like, this is my life. This is just the life I chose. Like, oh, Sponberg gets to... Like, Sponberg just decided that's what he wanted to do, and then he went and did it. It's not hard. Anybody could do it. Shit, y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know the shit that's about to happen. Look, the beginning of this trip was the warm-up. Just to get through Utah, Idaho, goddamn Wyoming, which seemed like the longest state in the world, even though I slept through half of it. Yo, super shout out to the engineer, by the way. That dude is just a driving beast. Man, just gets in there and drives. Next thing I know, I'm like, what state are we in, son? Because I don't even know. Because those dabs got me on tilt. Okay. Let's just make sure we ain't got no more important Google News. I just want to tell you guys that Santa Cruz story because I always got receipts for everything. There's nothing I will ever tell you that I cannot produce receipts for. It's just the way I live my life, right? It's 2020. Everything is documented. Everything. So it makes sense that if I tell you a story, that somebody got photos of it. Melania Trump with funny one of the day. I don't know what's going on here. Uh-oh. Disney purging Star Wars, Marvel woke agenda. Whoa. Breakthrough AI identifies 50 new planets from old NASA data. That's my kind of story. Yo, missing Fort Hood soldier Elder Fernandez's body believed to have been found. Yo, what the hell is going on in Fort Hood? Fort Hood is literally an episode of Friday the 13th, and nobody is talking about it. They're just talking about the individual missing soldiers as if each one is the only time that it happened, as if each one exists in a vacuum. That's not the case, yo. There's a repeated pattern and something bad is going on at Fort Hood, man. And if people really support the troops or whatever, man, to give them enough to give them that 10% discount at Denny's, which is the whole reason they fought in Vietnam and in Desert Storm. They was like, Rocco, I don't know how we're going to get out of this. And they're like, I know, but when we do, it'll be worth it because I'm getting a whole stack of pancakes and putting a different syrup on each one. You going to pay full price for that? I didn't go to war to pay full price. I want my discount. Give me my 10% discount. All right. Oh, man, the only Native American on death row faces execution Wednesday. Supreme Court denies killer Lamont Mitchell's stay request. Execution set for Wednesday. Here's a thought. Yo, check this one out. How about, since you killed millions of Americans, millions of Native Americans, millions of First Nation people, millions of indigenous people, how about you just grant them clemency from now on? Let them rot in prison. Let them go to jail. Let them commit suicide. But I really don't think that just based on optics that the United States government needs to ever kill another Native American ever. All right, look, let's keep it pushing real quick. It's only an hour show. Disaster inside a disaster. It's like a turducken. California wildfires and COVID form twin crises. It's like Sharknado, but it's COVID and fires combined. I don't write my jokes before the show. You guys will laugh at anything, so it doesn't matter. You guys come up with a good name for combining forest fires and COVID into one, like when Brad and Angelina were together. You guys are good at that. Yes, and free Leonard Peltier. Absolutely. Oh, shit. Ashanti's getting on a plane? Yikes. Yo, player, we will see you in D.C. and you can barbecue with me, but you cannot barbecue for free. I need about $3.50. $3.50. That's all I need. It's about $3.50. $3.50. All right. You guys figure out what the turducken version of COVID and wildfire is? Holler. Okay, Belarus news. I ain't got time for Belarus news. No news is good news unless it's Belarus news. U.S. sanctions 24 Chinese companies. But it doesn't matter because we owe them like $5 trillion. And Donald Trump would dance like, I'm not going to tell you anything. Flooding in Afghanistan, though, dozens dead, hundreds of homes destroyed. NATO allies are facing off in the Eastern Mediterranean. Germany says spark could lead to disaster. I assume that she's talking about DJ Spark right now. And Vince says Firestorm 19. That seems like it was something last year. You could do better, Vince. Sorry. I never usually take people's first suggestion anyways. Let's keep it pushing. Oh, shit. Here's something little from Portland. It says in local news, riot declared as Portland protests move on to the 90-day mark. Hey, man. Look. Portland goes hard. Portland goes hard because everybody's secretly racist and they want to cover it up by protesting. Just like Portland's a city where if they say, you're racist, you say, no, I'm not. And then you go adopt three black kids to prove that you're not racist. Like, whoa, you didn't have to. Maybe just get one black friend instead of adopt 3 black kids. How about that, Portland? There's some advice. Ready or not, tolling on 205 is just a few years away. Just the other day, they were giving me news from Grandview, Missouri. I guess not today. Elon Musk promises demo of working Neuralink device on Friday. What is that? I thought that was a birth control thing. Sorry. When they're bad jokes, I got to push them through with that button. Yo, Portland repping. Yo, much love to the right? It's the white supremacist Disneyland, I always call it, Tim. You are not wrong. Hey, Tom Brady, you just won the Super Bowl wearing a Ku Klux Klan hat. What are you doing? I'm going to Portland. All right, let's move on to my Twitter feed. All right, let's just get out of here. Oh, shit, look. FCC makes more 5G spectrum available. Hey, y'all got 5G in KC, right? What? What does that mean? Hey, look, we'll find out what it means, and I'll come back to you guys. I'll go live later from 5G, and if you watch it, my G says you're going to get the coronavirus. So look out. Where are we at? Let's switch up right now. Let's kill this. Stop that. Pop that. Drop that. Cop that. Lock that. Boom. What does it look like? Who wins our first tweet of the day contest? And on cats. This is, yo, check this out. I'm not going to show you guys the actual shooting. I'm not going to show you guys the actual shooting again because you can see it anywhere. Right? All right. So let's just get into my tweets. It's a retweet. We're just going to skip that one. How did all of Twitter figure out the shooter's name and identity 10 hours before the police did? Yo, the cops knew who the dude was. The cops knew who the dude was. Everybody told them. Yo, oh, whoops, I'm on the wrong thing. Sorry. Yo, this is exactly like that picture. Oh, what happened? Yo, Kenosha vigilante with long gun arrested, booked for homicide. Whoa, he dropped to one knee. You dropped to one knee, you son of a bitch. Man, y'all play too much goddamn what's that game? Call of Duty. Y'all some weak ass dudes. Go on a date, man. Go to the library. Go to the park. Go to the beach, bro. Do something. Look, sound up. Hey, love to Houston, man. Remember, we lived in Houston. We did shows from Houston for a while. Yo, they're ready for this shit in Houston, though, man. I'm like, why do people live in Houston? And they're like, well, because after the floods, we get humidity. I'm like, that's the only reason, really, man. Hey, the only good part about Houston, honestly, in my opinion, is the diversity of people that you get to see when you're driving down the road, right? Like, there's no way you can predict what the person driving next to you looks like. All colors, different kind of headgear. It's a beautiful thing, man. You go to any restaurant, it's just a beautiful palette. What are those things that the artists got on? They put a little paint on each one. Who cares, man? Houston, you're in our prayers. I didn't mean to rhyme who cares in our prayers, but sometimes it's just a natural MC. Anthony Huber was the one to run up on the shooter last night and was shot in the chest and left to bleed out by the cops. He leaves behind his daughter and his girlfriend. His initial reaction was to try to protect others, and he lost his life for that. Rest in power, comrade. Yo, man, there's specific rules for being a hero. There's specific fucking rules for being a hero, yo. And most of y'all won't never understand it because you ain't built that way. That's why when people pull guns out, you see everybody running in one direction. That's why you see when Godzilla shows up, everybody runs in one direction because y'all ain't built like that. I get mad. Like I give a fuck. It's 2020, man. Get mad. Y'all ain't built like that. Stay in your homes or some shit. This dude right here, fucking hero, man. What's his name? Anthony Huber. Man, heroes swim upstream. Say it with me, y'all. Heroes swim upstream. Remember in Hercules when the Cyclops came? Y'all ain't got no virtue in your lives, man. That's why you gossip. That's why you lie. That's why you keep other people's names on your tongues. Y'all will never be heroes, man. Y'all are just extras. You know what I'm saying? You might be cab driver number 4 in the credits. Fuck out of my face, man. I ain't got time for people. Hurricane Laura got them 151 mile an hour flight level winds. Good thing I'm not flying into Texas. After the port explosion, the Lebanese excavate their dreams. Here's how optometrists are adjusting eye care protocols in response to pandemic. If you're interested in that story, I encourage you to go check it out in the USA Today. But I ain't got time for that, man. What, man? Yeah, I'm gonna just let this ride for a minute. Yeah, I can't lie, I'm a little bent inside, man. Like, I'm bent that we live in a world where everybody does it. What was the first thing I said today when I started this show? I said, people who care more about self-preservation than the preservation of the safety or the comfort of others might be guaranteed a longer life, but life is not measured by length. It's measured by quality, right? It's not something you quantify. It's something you qualify. You could live 120 years and be a bitch-ass motherfucker your whole time. You could die at 11 years old and be a legend. And history doesn't always pick the people that you expect. So a lot of people are reluctant heroes. A lot of people, if you ask them in a moment of peace or a moment of calmness, what would you do? They would just tell you that they would probably cover their head and run, because that's the logical answer. But until you actually hear bullets flying at you or see bullets flying at you, you don't know what you're going to do. Or until you see a bullet go fly through your front window, you don't know what you're going to do. So, man, I would just only fuck with reliable people of character at this point in history, right? It's 2020, man. The time to cut sucker free was like 2006. Man, let's just keep it pushing, man. Keep it pushing. Let's go back. Back to the good old Twitter. All right, man, we're almost done. We're almost out of here. The Me and the Engineer, we're probably going to twist up one more. Try to eat some more Balico soup. Maybe get some autographs from some Chiefs players. I think I seen a couple of them walking by a little bit ago. You know, that one Chiefs player that nobody likes? Oh, yeah, all of them. No, they got that one dude. They got that one dude that got drunk at the Super Bowl party. I was like, I don't give a shit. I like that dude. Patrick Monahan. He's all right. You know, it's crazy, man. I'll tell you how stupid sports are. And I'll tell you why they should just be outlawed. One, our entire political process right now is a duplicate of the modern, yes, Erica, heroes swim upstream. Our current political climate is nothing but a duplicate or a carbon copy of the way people talk about sports, right? You could just get rid of sports then and you wouldn't need it, because check this out, man. I used to think that people from Oakland were pieces of shit because they were Raider fans, right? So they had to be pieces of shit. And then I used to think people from Kansas City had to be some mark-ass suckers because they was rooting for the mark-ass Chiefs, right? So I was like, well, the people in these towns must suck. Then I went to Oakland and was like, yo, everybody in Oakland is better than almost anybody in Portland. I mean, you know, you take the top handful of people in Portland and put them anywhere. But when you go into the next tier of people, man, just your average dude. So then I moved to Kansas City, right? Remember, a lot of y'all forget. A lot of you guys think I just made a jump from Hawaii to Portland. I would never in a million years, I would rather Man, I just thought of some heinous ass shit I would rather do. I would rather do anything than move from Hawaii to Portland, right? But I would move from Hawaii to Kansas City. What? Obviously, I did it, right? I did it. And I never once was like, man, why did I do that? Because every day I was like, yo, I'm in the flow. I'm in the part of life where skill meets challenge, right? Like, I know I'm dope enough to do this, but I got to step it up and I got to be at my best. So that forces you to be your best. Then when you're at your best, then you're vibrating at a frequency which puts out a resonance that other people identify with and relate with, right? Game recognized game. That's something that people say to try to dumb it down for people to think it's about drug dealing, man. Really, vibrations recognize vibrations, frequencies recognize frequency, and resonance recognize resonance. And that's what you're talking about. Look, if you really want magic in your life like that, there's recipes. You can go on YouTube and figure out how to get it. But in Kansas City, I feel like there's a lot of people that I know and that I meet that really inspire me. So I'm really, really happy to be back here, even though it's only one day this week and we're hoping to get another day in next week, but it's not scheduled yet. I got to look and see when my travel schedule matches what studio availability they have. Because, look, don't forget this, you suckers and suckers friends. The 5 got that quality programming, son.
New music coming up.
And went right back.
That is a G-Eazy. It's your boy, Yo got the king.
These brand new don't step on my business. I'ma hit that if she let me. They don't like how I talk that.
What's going on? This is Jessie.
I gotta represent. Hey. It's a rolling, not a stopwatch. It don't never stop.
Have you ever seen a crowd going ape shit? Yeah, y'all, this Jay-Z.
This is Beyonce.
This is 5XL.
Yo. So there's just a little tip. I should have read those commercials earlier. I got a little distracted. Man, everything's just moving so fast. It's hard for me to keep my body, my spirit inside my body. I have to continuously keep focusing on grounding exercises and focusing on like color meditation, where I'm watching my color go from like a dark blue to an illuminated pink, right? I'm not that dude. I don't know how to meditate. I'm literally the Hulk living inside Bruce Banner's body, but with much bigger junk. Because I'll tell you this, if I was wearing some pants and I grew, definitely my crotch would rip out. Yo, a little late on that one, huh? Yo, let's get out of here so we can go smoke this, man. Yo, much love to the Kansas City fam for always treating me really good, man. Never making me feel like an outsider around here, except when emails used to tell me that she didn't have time to take me across the street to poop. That kind of hurt my feelings. But other than that, yo, shout out to Salazar. Shout out to Free Hot Soup. Shout out to Nelly. All the cool people I know in Kansas City, man. Except the people that try to fuck up the 5. All right, y'all. Remember this. It's been a riot.
Subject to arrest and use of force, including crowd control munitions, if you enter the property. If you're a peaceful protester, we are asking you to leave. This is the Portland Police Bureau. We have heard your chants stating the crowd is wanting to enter the property and burn down Southeast Precinct. You are subject to arrest and use of force, including crowd control munitions, if you enter the property. We are also aware of your request to call for additional reinforcements.
And remember this, if I don't say 5,000 G, that means somebody else took my phone. All right, y'all. Be safe out there. Audi 5000, G.
Pull up in motorcades. I got a show today. It's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate. Choppers a throwaway. Hustle the overweight.